In this lecture, you're going to learn about Twitter. Now we've looked about how to set up social media networks, we've seen how they can be used, and we've looked at how to provide value. Now it's time to get down with the nitty-gritty and see how the best approach for each of these social media websites are. Twitter has been one of the largest and best known social media networks on the web, and it has a very special set of advantages for big business. The main appeal of Twitter is that it's low investment, high yield. In other words, it will take you a couple of seconds to tweet something, but that tweet can potentially be seen by thousands or millions of people. How Twitter works. The way that Twitter works is simple. This network allows you to post a tweet of 120 characters to your audience, which should normally reflect your opinion on a matter, your mood, or an interesting idea, fact, or tip. Everyone who is one of your followers will then see that tweet. At the same time, other people will be able to search for a tweet by searching for phrases you use within a message, or by searching for hashtags. Essentially, a hashtag is something that allows you to tag the subject matter of your post and thus helps people to find posts on that subject. The great thing about hashtags is that specific phrases can end up trending, which then can be used to provide huge exposure for tweets on that subject. Likewise, popular tweets can be favored by other users or retweeted with their audience. Generally, the idea behind Twitter is that it gives you a quick way to see what people are talking about and join the discussion. By searching for a specific tag, you can see how people on Twitter are responding. Twitter itself has gone so far to describe the platform as the pulse of the planet. How to succeed on Twitter. Twitter has a very specific vibe to it and hip, youthful reputation. Succeeding here often means being somewhat candid and personable, with bland corporate message sinking into obscurity. If you run a small business, then it's a great place to tweet how the office is quiet this morning or how you're super excited to be working on X project. You can get even more personal if you have a personal brand and, for instance, use this to talk about how you're feeling. This idea is that fans will get a glimpse into your life and lifestyle. Another way to demonstrate that your company is modern and in style is to look at what's happening right now and join the discussion. Keep your eyes on the news and look for trending subjects and then chime in. This way, you'll be able to get a lot of eyes on your posts just by riding the wave. Tweet about something that's currently being discussed, and as long as it's not so big that your message gets drowned, then you can gain a lot of followers and retweets this way. Of course, the best kind of news for a business is breaking news in their industry. So make sure that the posts of this type of content, getting hashtags really right, is the secret to success here and to grow rapidly. You can also provide bite-sized tips on Twitter and bits of information. Users say they also like to follow brands that share special offers and discounts with their audience, which of course has inherent value for your audience. Tools and tips to grow your audience quickly and effectively. To take your efforts on Twitter even further, you should look at employing some tools and techniques in smart ways. We've already seen how Buffer can be useful to create lots of tweets that will be delivered over time. This is a good strategy, but do make sure that you're writing fresh content too. You can't react to certain current events, trending topics if everything you post is automated. Another key strategy for growth on Twitter is to engage with most of your influential followers. If you can get someone with 2,000 followers to retweet your comment, then that means you've just gotten exposure to 2,000 more people in moments. To do this, you can use Twitter's inbuilt analytics feature to see which one of your users are the biggest and most influential. From there, you can then target those best followers by responding to their tweets, by sharing things they say, and generally engaging with them. If you share one of these tweets, then often they will reciprocate and do the same. A tip though, don't try to aim too high right from the start. If you go for a Twitter follower with 100 million followers, then they're more likely to ignore you. They get billions of messages each day after all. Instead, look for users that have lots of followers but aren't out of your league. Likewise, using tools like Twitter Analytics and Follower Wonk, you can also see that which users are already engaging with lots of your content. Find someone who's engaged and influential, and you have the perfect storm. Follower Wonk gives you useful analytics. This tool also lets you see when your followers are most active. Very handy for knowing when to schedule your tweets. In the next lecture, we'll learn about Pinterest.